11 now here in New York City. Just how determined is our president to see his immigration order go through?
If somebody's working for ICE and there is a policy and they don't follow the policy, there are going to be consequences.
Consequences? That doesn't sound good. How are Border Patrol agents reacting to that?
All right, glad you're up. Just how determined is our president to see his executive order on amnesty upheld?
There are going to be some jurisdictions, and there may be individual ICE officials or Border Patrol who aren't paying attention to our new directives. But they're going to be answerable to the head of Department of Homeland Security because he's been very clear about what our priorities should be. If somebody's working for ICE and there is a policy and they don't follow the policy, there are going to be consequences.
So how are Border Patrol agents taking this news, and what is the policy? Sean Moran is the vice president of the National Border Patrol Council. How do you feel about that warning from the president? First off, Sean.
Well, obviously, I think it's a bit premature. This policy hasn't even been put in place, so Border Patrol agents haven't even had an opportunity to violate it. Not that we would. We follow orders. We're federal agents, and if there's a policy in place, we're going to follow that. And if we violate that, we know that there could be possible discipline or termination. So I think it's a bit premature for the president to be making threats.
It's so hard to do your job, I imagine, because the DREAMER Act was pushed forward by the president. If you were brought here as a child, that means you can stay, don't fear deportation. Now, the new rule, the executive order put forward, said if you've been here a certain amount of years, you haven't been convicted of anything, don't fear deportation. Then a judge says, no, we're going to stay that. I don't really think it's constitutional. We have to examine it. Meanwhile, you guys are doing your job every day. How do you do your job?
Well, it is very difficult when you have a president that is just dismissing the fact that you have thousands of agents out there risking their lives every day trying to protect this country. And meanwhile, we're being undermined by allowing different classes of people that are already breaking our laws to remain here. It's a real slap in the face to Border Patrol agents and especially to the 120 agents who have died in the line of duty.
Wow, and that's never brought up. But you said that right now you're getting mixed messages, so you don't even know how to do your job, per se, in that moment when you decide to arrest or let go. What do you mean?
Well, the guidelines for DACA and DAPA are very contradictory because we've been told that if they are arrested at the border, they are a Tier 1 offender, they are ineligible for these programs. But yet later in the same guidance, it says that we need to be screening the people that we arrest to see if they qualify for these programs. So I think DHS really needs to get its act together and figure out what they're doing with this program before they implement it.
And the last order you got after the Texas judge came down with staying the executive order was, how does it stand now, today?
Well, right now the policies are on hold. The guidance went out prior to the judge's order, but we're on hold until that is decided.
Homeland Security funding, is that going to affect your job as we find out if there's going to be a shutdown today or tomorrow?
Yeah, we are hostages in a political standoff. The very people that protect the borders and provide border security and national security may go without paychecks because of this political feud in Washington, and we think that's unfair.
I know it's unfair. Sean Moran, Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.